All right, hello, thank you for joining me. This is an upper body workout, and we will be using an open-ended or closed-ended loop band for a lot of this workout. If you don't have that, you're welcome to use a different thing entirely. I'll explain that to you. And then we're also using dumbbells, and then we're also doing push-ups, so we will be on the ground using mats. So you need something on the ground for push-ups as well as sitting on. You'll also notice here I have my cycle out because I will be using this as my weighted apparatus, so I can do pull downs with it. So have something like that you can hang your band on. That would be great. I'm gonna grab mine. All right, so let's start with a warm-up. So come on down to the ground, onto your knees. Open your hands wider than your shoulders, and then drop one shoulder to the ground at a time. In today's workout, we do everything for number. So you don't, it's not necessarily 45 seconds on, although now that I think about it, some of the exercises we do for like a certain amount of time, but most of them are for a certain number of repetitions. Good. And then flip your hands around, fingers face your knees, and then rock forward and backward on those fingers and arms. Good. And now flip your palms face up, bend your elbows, and rock side to side. Palms up, elbows wide. Keep going. Okay. And now come on back up. Good. Roll on up, interlace your hands behind your back, lift them off your back, rock side to side. Great. And now come on down, draw a circle with one arm. And switch directions. And now switch arms, circle it around. And switch directions. Great. Bring your arms up, grab a wrist and pull that wrist to the side, stretching your back. And come up and switch. Pull the wrist over, stretch your back. Good. And come on up, release. Hands back down to the ground. Give me a few cats and cows to warm up your back muscles. We will do a lot of back exercises in today's class. Good. And now let's get some barrel rolls in here. Bending your elbows, rolling it out, switch directions. Okay. Walk your hands forward, flip your feet, raise your glutes, bend one knee at a time. Coming into your downward dog. And then release, lower your knees down, and come on up. Okay, so first thing that we're gonna do is a band pull down. So if you don't have this apparatus, you just pull the band behind your back, hands wide. Otherwise, you're gonna wrap it around whatever instrument you have. You're gonna sit down, and then you're gonna pull it back from a high position. So hands towards your upper chest muscles. So from here, pull your abs in. Let's get our pull down. We have 8 in either version. And 7. Squeeze those shoulders. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, we're doing this in a circuit format, by the way, so we'll go through all these exercises, and then we'll go back to the top. So now we've got a band seated close grip row. So you wrap the band around the balls of your feet. You're gonna turn your palms in toward each other. Ugh, I need to get this right. And then pull the band back towards your belly button. So elbows next to your torso and out. Here's 15, keeping everything close. And 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Sit up tall here. Also get our biceps. Good. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Good. Next, we have push-ups. We just have 8 of those, and then we're gonna go back through all of this again. In this section, it's a circuit. So, knees down or legs up. How am I gonna get here? We'll do our push-up. Ready? Just 8. Here you go. 8, 7, 1 more, and done. Nice. Okay, so going back through that 3 more times. Set up for your wide pull or your seated pull down. To make this more difficult, you can double your band so that it's just a little bit more tension. So shoulders back, either leaning back if you're like me, or pulling down. Here we go. It's 8. Whoa, that was too much. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so notice there, I just needed to change kind of my perspective to the bike. Instead of pulling it toward me, I had to get further underneath it. That's just, you know, in your space with what you got, sometimes you have to make some modifications. That's fine. All right, 15, seated close grip row. Here you go. Full extension of the arms at the end. Don't let your hands go back in too fast. Resist it. Awesome. And now to our 8 push-ups. It's only 8, so try your best to do it with your knees up. Here you go. Chest between your thumbs, go. Okay, one more time through it like that. Ready to take off the layer here. All right. We have 8. Ready, pull down, go. Woo. Put my feet here. Lots of pull, lots of push, which is great. And then take it on off, and we're on to our 15 seated close grip rows. Palms face in, ready, go. Feel those back muscles squeeze. Good. Here's 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, 8 push-ups. Then we have a little happy ending here. Ready? Go. Chest to the ground. Whew. Okay, so take a breather. So the next round is actually going to be a drop set of push-ups, which means we need to make it slightly easier and do more repetitions. So I'll put my knees down. You could also do that up on a chair. I would prefer to do that, but I forgot to have a chair available, so this is where we're at. But we're doing 16 of them, okay? So 16 push-ups and make it slightly easier. Wiggle out those hips, wiggle out your spine. Set yourself up. Squeeze the glutes, make sure they come with you. 16 push-ups, go on your pace. And rest. Woo! Good job. Okay, so we're moving on to a superset, and in this we can be standing up. So our superset's 2 exercises. We've got lat raises and we've got front raises. So a bit of a shoulder blowout. You might want to go slightly lighter here. Our number is 12. So we'll do 12 lat raises, we'll rotate to the front, 12 front raises, then we'll rest and do it again 3 times. I'm gonna start quite light because it's been a while since I lifted upper body. So elbows slightly bent, abs engaged, feet parallel. Here we go. 12 lat raises. Pull your rib cage down. Good. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we go straight to the front. So elbows straight, shoulders retracted. Here you go, 12. Standing upright in your spine. Hands can be a little higher than your shoulders, but elbows should not be. Whew, and release. Okay, take a breather. What do I got here? 2.5. Yeah, I wish I could go up just a little bit. If you can, go ahead and do it. And I think I'll maybe try this round with the next highest. And if my form fails, I'll stop the motion. That's okay. All right. Let's go again. 12 lat raises. By the way, if it's quite heavy, a little hinge forward can help with those lat raises. Ready? Here we go. And then go straight to the front for those front raises. I might start with one arm at a time. Here we go. Okay, that was that. So that was a little bit too heavy. I think I'm gonna go back down to my lighter weights in the next round and do both arms at a time. Mostly, honestly, if I was feeling a little bit more energetic today, I'd probably do that again, but I just got back from vacation. I haven't lifted arms in over a week, so I'm gonna go with those light weights, activate those muscles, and plan on coming back to this workout later on the week or next week and go a little heavier. So, final round. Ready? Abs braced, go. Notice I'm holding at the top for just a moment and coming back down with control. Whew. Okay, front raise, ready, here we go. 12 of them. Keep those shoulder blades retracted. Whew. Oh yeah, woo-wee. Love for some shoulders. I'm actually in the mood to pull it down and stretch. This is a tricep stretch, but sometimes I find my neck gets a little tight and shoulders. This is also a neck stretch. Good, and switch. We're looking away from the arm that's behind our back. Showing you here so you can see a bit better. Good. And release. Okay. So that little superset portion is done. Now we've got a half kneeling incline chop. So we're gonna come back to whatever our apparatus is here. If you don't have if you don't have a band or a space like this, you can do this with a dumbbell. So you go up and down with your dumbbell, but we're coming next to this apparatus. And actually, now that I think about it, I can't even do it. It's not high enough. We need to pull from up high to down low. So I'm gonna do this with a weight, like you maybe. So we have one knee forward, the other knee backward, and we're pulling high to low over the front knee and down. We're going by 12. And we keep our hips still, so it's high to low there. Ready? Keeping your knees and hips still, here we go. 12. 11. Also working core. Excellent. Let's switch sides. Leg forward, knee down, abs braced, high to low, here you go. 12. Squeeze that bottom glute. It'll help you stay balanced. Okay, so we'll go back to both sides. One more time. I'm gonna go heavier in the weight. I do want to challenge here. So should really be the sensation of trying pretty hard to stabilize while moving this weight. So keeping the hips still, keeping the spine vertical. Ready? Here we go. Back to the first side. Whew. Starting to feel those arms shake a little bit too. Excellent. Whew. Switching legs. Final time through this movement. Pull your abs in. Ready? Here we go. There is momentum here, but we still maintain that control. No arching your back when the arm is up. Excellent. Okay, whew. That was much better this time. All right. So we need to move around our space a little bit more, so I'm gonna move this bike. The next exercise is a walking march with kettlebells or dumbbells. So this is both for upper body and core. You'll walk across your space in a high knee march with those weights racked at your shoulders or resting on your shoulders. So if you're using dumbbells, they'll probably just rest on your shoulders. If you're using kettlebells, you can rack them here like this. And we're gonna march for 30 seconds, knee up, step, go. Feel free to move around your space. You'll feel your core working here to stabilize. 10 seconds. Rest. Good, put those weights aside. We're gonna superset this with a plank knee tap. So you're gonna come down to a low plank position, elbow down, bottom knee is up or down. So it could be here like this, or it could be lifted like this. And then you'll take your arm overhead, tap your knee, and extend for 10. 9. Push the hand into the knee gently to get your abs. 8. Excellent. Come on down and let's switch to the opposite side. Once again, knee up or knee down on the bottom leg. Lift your top leg, arm overhead, push hand into leg, go for 10. Keeping the upper leg lifted the whole time. If your neck bothers you, look to the ground. Let's go into that kettlebell rack march again. Okay, if you can walk around your space, it is a bit better. It will be just a little bit more challenging. We start in 5 seconds. Dumbbells or kettlebells wrapped toward your shoulders. Go, 30 seconds. Whoa. I'm just gonna walk straight backward here, mostly because of my space requirements, but also because I can. And anytime I walk backward, it's gonna be good for my brain. 10 seconds. Rest. Okay, back down for those planks. It's the final time through those planks. We're almost done with this workout. Ready? Go. 10. The foot can be pointed or flexed. Excellent. Switch sides. Ready, go. Excellent. Okay, my friends, one more time through your kettlebell march. Kettlebell rack march. Ready? Let's get straight to it. Go. Final exercise. Rest. Woo. Good job. Walk around in a circle, then come to the ground. Okay, so let's stretch out those hip flexors we just worked. Bottom of the feet together, knees wide, fold. So a lot of people do consider abs part of upper body. Something to note. Good. One more breath. Great. Okay, and now let's come on over. Good. Lay down on your belly. Bring your right arm out to the side. Bring your left foot over. Stretch your chest. And now come through the center and switch. Left arm out to a T, right foot up, stretch your chest. And come through center, good. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, lift on up, stretching your belly, look up, and then come on down. Good. Come back for child's pose. Drop your elbows, make a prayer position with your hands, and then pull them back behind your neck, stretching your chest. Good. And then hands forward, tuck your chin, curve your spine. Good. And then flip your feet, find a forward fold, soften your knees, hang out here with hands on your elbows and rock from side to side. And then relax your arms and slowly roll up. Good. Squeeze those glutes, lean back, come through center. Good. Swing your arms a bit, shake out any tension built up there. Okay. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Give yourself a bow. Thank you for joining me in this functional upper body workout. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.